stuff like this just makes me sad, man. It's just sad seeing just how low this organization has gone. And honestly, I'm only making this video just to clarify some things that I did on my last couple of videos. Okay? I seen some hate. And honestly, y'all think I can't back this shit up. So I'm going to go ahead and back it up for you. And for everybody who is hating, for everybody who's showing love, continue doing it, please, man. I appreciate the love no matter what. The comments in the comment section, love it, whether it's good or bad. At the end of the day, for me, at least y'all watching the videos, man. That's all that matters to me. So keep it up, man. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe as well. So we're going to talk about this. Let's just talk about all the free agency, all of the offseason, man. Bronny James, today, of course, he's getting that multi-fully guaranteed rookie deal with the Lakers. Of course, okay? He doesn't have to prove anything. He's LeBron's son, right? I seen some comments. So what else would they have done with the 55 pick? Was there somebody better? When has it ever been relevant? Why are you guys hating? Okay, this is why people are so-called hating, as you like to say. Because this pick right here, unlike any other 55 pick in a draft, actually makes the team worse. Worse. Do you not understand that? Let me explain to you why. Because unlike other 55 picks in drafts, this pick is actually going to be used on the floor on a consistent basis. They're already showing you by giving them this guaranteed deal. But ask yourself this question. How many minutes a game do you think Bronny's going to be getting? Is it going to be the average amount of minutes that a 55 pick in a draft gets? Absolutely not. Look, I wouldn't be surprised if LeBron has Bronny playing at least 25 to 30 minutes a game. I wouldn't even be surprised if he's starting over D'Lo. Let's just be honest. Okay? Let's break this down. Bronny James is on that court. And since he's going to be on that court and he's not an NBA caliber player, that means the team is going to be worse. Worse with him on the floor. All right? Which means that our record, which last year was abysmal, right? 47-35, technically the 7th seed, even though we were the 10th seed all year long. Our record is going to probably be worse than that. And that's why I said that on my last video. Now let's move on to free agency. Here we are officially day 3 in NBA free agency. And what have the Lakers done? Absolutely nothing. Their biggest move in free agency was drafting Bronny James and signing J.J. Redick. So that should tell you enough about this team. Now, I heard people talking about the Klay Thompson move because somebody wanted to say that how does Klay make the Mavs better but not the Lakers? And I'll explain that to you. I didn't necessarily say that he doesn't make the Lakers better. Yeah, he makes them better, but he doesn't put the Lakers anywhere towards championship contention status. And that's the issue. The Mavs, as we already saw, are up there in championship contention status. The Lakers are not. And if you don't believe me, look at their record against 500 teams, like the Mavs. 1-2, okay? Look at it against these teams. And bear in mind, let me break something down to you. This Celtics record, 1-1, right? Who didn't play that game? The game we won. Who didn't play? Oh, LeBron didn't. Who played the game we lost? LeBron. Okay. 1-3 against the Warriors, right? 2-0 against the Pistons. That's the Pistons. 0-4 against the Sacramento Kings, guys. And they didn't even make the freaking playoffs. That should tell you how bad this Lakers squad was last year. And let me chime in on just how bad they were, but give me 1 second before I do that. Let's look at the 76ers. 1-1, right? The first game, they blew us the fuck out because I remember watching that game. Do you guys remember the second game? Probably not, but let me tell you who didn't play. Joel Embiid because he was injured, okay? When we beat 500 teams, we're beating them not at their best. We always have struggles against 500 or better teams, teams that actually are somewhere in the vicinity of contending for a championship. We do not fare well against. Look at the Denver Nuggets, 0-3, okay? The Thunder are very young, but we did 3-1 them. The Bucks, that's a 2-0. But again, Who did not play both of those games? LeBron, Ramon, James. So you have to understand that this team is very far away from contending from a championship. And they did nothing this offseason but get worse than they were the year before. And this is why everybody has an issue when it comes to the Lakers in their offseason decisions, like signing Bronny James. Now, let me get down to a little history for you guys. Let me break something down now. Bear with me for a second. Let me put y'all on game. Like Kendrick said. Who won a championship this year? All right? And this is why the 7th seed is so abysmal. This is why so many people should be complaining more about the Lakers being down here than there already are. The whole play-in tournament scenario. Who won the championship last year? Well, this year, the Celtics. What seed were they? They were the number 1 seed. Okay. Let's move on. 2023. Who won the championship? The Nuggets. What seed were they? The number 1 seed. Who won the championship in 2022? The Golden State Warriors. What seed were they? The 3rd seed. And bear in mind, this is the first actual season that the NBA had outside of the COVID bubble where, every team was playing less games than you're supposed to. So those are anomaly seasons. 2021. Who won the championship? The Bucks. The 3rd seed. Keep in mind, this is an anomaly because this never happens. This was a half season. They didn't even start until like December or January. Who won in 2020? The Lakers. What seed were they? The number 1 seed. Who won in 2019? The Raptors. What seed were they? The number 2 seed. In 2018, the Warriors won. They were the number 2 seed. But to be honest with you, shouldn't have even gotten to the finals because of how good the Rockets team was. If it wasn't for James Harden, the choke artist, the Rockets most likely would have gotten to the finals that year. But I digress. This Warriors team won, right? What seed were they? Number 1 seed. Who won in 2016? The Cavs. What seed were they? The number 1 seed. Do you guys get where I'm going with this? We can keep going down, and I will. I will because I want you guys to really pay attention to this. The Warriors won in 2015. They were the number 1 seed. The Spurs won in 2014. They were the number 1 seed. The Heat won in 2013. They were the number 1 seed. The Heat won in 2012. They were the number 2 seed. But again, this is an anomaly of a season because it was a lockdown year. So this is my point, man. For everybody who don't understand, 90% plus of the time, I didn't even do the stats on that, the number 1 seed wins the championship, okay? This is supposed to be a championship or bust type of team. The number 1 seed wins the championship. If you're hovering around the 7th seed, the 8th seed, you're not winning. It's never happened. We can keep going down. I got all day. You guys want to look at those Kobe days? Remember when the Lakers was winning? They were the number 1 seed. Remember when they won in 2009? They were the number 1 seed. Remember when the Celtics won in 2008? They were the number 1 seed. You guys get what I'm saying here? Do you guys understand? Number 1 seeds win championships, okay? For the most part. So you have to understand that if you're not contending with the best of the best, you're not winning a championship. This team is far away from contending. And Klay Thompson is not going to solve that issue. We're not one Klay Thompson away from winning a championship. And that's the big issue here. This team needs an overhaul. And then some people ask, well, what would you suggest doing? Well, the first suggestion I would have made would have not re-signed LeBron James and let him walk. Okay? Let that man walk and start your rebuilding process. That didn't happen. So the second thing I wouldn't have made is taking in on a rookie coach like J.J. Redick. And then also signing Bronny James. So that was the second issue. The third issue I wouldn't have did is nothing in free agency. Would have been super active in trying to build this roster. Now the Lakers have officially failed at all three. So do you know what that means for next season? If you're looking at the facts, the data, and the statistics, it means next season is going to be ass. It's going to be a horrible season for the Lakers. Okay? They will not be winning. And to be honest, if you look at the record, it's honestly a chance that they might not make the playoffs to begin with. Now, I don't want to overhype other teams. And I also know how, the league can cheat for LeBron and the Lakers. I also know that too. But keep in mind, the Warriors and the Kings didn't make it, bro. They did not make the playoffs. Neither did the Grizzlies, who had Ja Morant out, but was the number 3 seed the year before. And the Spurs are going to have Victor Wembanyama improving, as well as the Houston Rockets, who have their players getting better and better the older they get. So it's going to be a rock fight to even get into the playoffs next year. And a lot of people are not understanding this. Remember when LeBron made this promise? I apologize. I promise we'll get better. What has happened since then? The team has gotten worse and worse. This is why people say it's time to move on from LeBron. Not necessarily just because your job and your life consists of hating, but because you can see that, honestly, statistically speaking, there's really no way for this team to get better. So it's best to cut bait early. Not keep LeBron around for another 3 to 4 years, because that might make you relevant in the tabloids. It might make the Lakers a soap opera story. But as far as championship status goes, he's 40. It is time to move on. It's time to get off that horse. And that's just the realness of it. Appreciate, thank him for everything he's done, and then move on. What do you guys think, man, in the comment section? I just wanted to give y'all some info on how severe it really is for the Lakers. They really don't have nowhere near a chance of contending for a title. Not real contending. And if you really pay attention, let me tell you one more thing. We see a lot of posts about moves the Lakers can make, this, that, and third, how the Lakers can get better. You never, ever see them at the end of those posts, at the end of these reports, say get better in the sense of actually being true contenders for a championship. Because they know that ship has been sailed. They know that this has failed. That ship sailed at least 3 years ago. They know this. They're not going to tell the fans because the fans have just stopped watching. So we got to give you hope. And this is why I say the media and a big part of the NBA is in the business of selling you hope. What I just showed you, the records, also proves that load management would have never worked. It would have never worked. There's no way that you can miss 40 games, be the best player on the team, miss 30, 40 games, and then just go run out and win a championship. It's never happened. It's never happened. It never will happen. Not unless the league gets so soft that, people just stop caring. Come on now. Let's be real. Be for real. So y'all let me know what you guys think, man. And I appreciate it. If you got this far into this video, man, appreciate the love, man. Like, comment, and subscribe. And just do tell me what you think about the information that I dropped. And if you want me to touch bases on anything else, I got you.